Hello, Frank Sidebottom here. Can I just try one of them? Is that all right?
No. Come on, have a go, man. Get your face right in there. That's it.
Oh, blimey, I nearly fell off then. Aren't they brilliant, art galleries, eh? But sometimes they can get a little bit boring.
Let's hope Chris Sievey and his alter ego Frank Sidebottom won't find this gallery boring. For the 1st of March to the 30th of April, Manchester Central Library will be dedicating an exhibition especially to that man, the legend Chris Sievey. There's also a film called Being Frank being released later this month, and we spoke to the people who know Chris best to find out just why he's got such a big reputation in Manchester.
There's no better place to do that than Frank's hometown of Timperley. Dave Arnold and Chris's son Stirling helped put together archive material for the exhibition and film. So we asked them about the earliest memories of the town's most famous resident.
It's been a constant in my life since I can remember. I remember liking, you know, making the puppets and the little Frank bodies and everything. And that was just an everyday sort of thing that just happened in our house.
I heard about him through a friend. You'd see him in the NME, little cartoons and stuff, and just going along and seeing it and just thinking, this is fantastic. And then going the next week, then going the next week.
So why do people love him so much? And what lessons have they taken from his life?
People related to Frank and the situation he was in, you know, living at home, everything revolving around his personal circumstances, so his garden shed, his post office, you know, his goldfish or his turtles, whatever. Everything was like ultra local.
He definitely taught me just to live life for the moment and don't dwell on the past, and you know, just take every day, enjoy it as it comes.
Being Frank will be released in cinemas on the 29th of March, and here's what the people involved thought about the process of making the documentary.
What I found out through going through all Chris's archive is that he just led this vast kind of performance creative life. People know who Frank Sidebottom is. He's become part of our folklore, and what's great about Frank is that people know him, but they still don't really know him, and that's I think what people are going to get from the film. When I watch the film, it just fills me with a bit of pride and just see actually how much that he did like achieve in his career. And you know, probably didn't get the recognition that he wanted and craved, but when you put his whole body of work together, just as himself and as Frank, and it's like, wow, you know, he's done all that stuff, and you know, it's amazing.
But then Steve also probably films another 150 hours worth of interviews with people, so you add that into the mix, and you've just got like a mammoth jumble of spaghetti.
Mancunian artist Mark Kennedy was a good friend of Chris's, and he made a mosaic containing his ashes that now hangs in Affleck's palace.
Chris was one of them fantastic people that was great to walk down the street with or sit in the corner of a pub with, because we both loved noticing and observing things. Chris was a great observer, and but what he's like, if he was a computer program, he'd feed something very sensible into his mind, and what actually came out of his mouth was just pure surrealism.
So what are his thoughts on the upcoming film?
Mixed feelings really, because time's moved on, and what I'm looking forward to is refreshing my feet. I watch Frank all the time anyway on YouTube, you know what I mean, but I'm looking forward to refreshing my feelings towards Chris really, not so much Frank, and just how much I loved him as a man. He was a gem and a beacon of light in quite a mundane world really.
So with the exhibition drawing crowds and a film on the way, Stirling and Dave have plans to keep Frank's momentum going for years to come.
We've just brought out this Bits and Bobbins colouring book, activity book, which is our first project that we're trying to launch, that then can give us a bit of, you know, impetus and capital to, like, you know, try and make better things that, you know, the fans are asking for.
On the back of the film and the exhibition and the statue, you know, those three things combined have generated, they've elevated him to a level that, you know, he's more famous now after his death than he was when he was alive.